Hi, I'm Eleonore Poli. I'm a PhD student at the University of Cambridge in Materials and Engineering. I'm 26 years old, Swiss, and I'm a brand ambassador for IDUN Technologies. What motivates me to participate in a competition in Ironman is to join a challenge that pushes me forward. I love triathlon, I love endurance, more of an endurance athlete than a sprinter. And I just love pushing myself and doing something a bit more technical, but that also requires lots of mental strength and body strength too. How do you prepare? So to prepare for an Ironman, you have to do both strength, speed training, but also endurance training, obviously. The strength helps you in managing your joints and keeping them healthy and robust. Endurance is obviously what you need for the kind of length of a triathlon. And the speed helps you getting faster results. Helps you also build up a bit of strength in your muscle at the same time as the strength that you might do in the fitness. And mentally, you just have to prepare like your kit, prepare for the race, train the transition, train the technique. It gives you lots of confidence and it helps you being more successful in your race. And it also gives you a massive head start when you get started in the race because you feel way more confident. Well, the training itself can affect a lot of my life. It's a lot of hours often. It can be 10, 12, 14 hours per week. And it can also mean that you're very tired at some point. You have to really manage. Sometimes you arrive at a training, you're really tired, and you're like, well, I need to do that training, but at the same time also need to rest. It means you have to be extremely flexible. Impacts my life in the way that I say it gives me confidence, but at the same time, it can be tiring, it can be demoralizing if you're not progressing as much as you want. And it teaches you patience a lot. And a few hours before, usually I can be a bit stressed or telling myself, oh my God, what's going to happen tomorrow? But it depends if I really want to have a great outcome. Obviously, if I'm doing that to do competition against others, it's a very different mindset than if it's a competition against myself. If it's just about, me being there, finishing, and pushing as much as I can for myself, then it's more about enjoying it. It's more about knowing my own limits. If it's against others, the pressure is way higher. It's way more stressful, and it means that during the race, my mood will change a lot depending on when I pass other competitors and I see the timing and the clock going around, I don't know what you can see in the brain. I'm not a neurologist. I would like to see determination, if you can see, so a little bit of excitement, but not too much. You don't want your heart rate to be going crazy high, but you want the excitement to flow through you, to prepare your muscle, to prepare your mind. At the same time, I would see kind of, calmness. So I wouldn't want to see my brain waves all over the place. I would like to see a focus, a bit of energy, not too much. I think my biggest characteristic is resilience, really. It's even if I'm injured, if I'm sad, if I'm angry, I usually always finish the job. I always go through, and even when it hurts, I just tell myself, keep going, you're there. And it's nice to see that even when I'm, hurt, I also like to push others. I still find the strength to tell others, you can do this, because I know that in myself I can do this, so others can too. And it's very, very useful for both sports and work in general. It's hard to say. Since I was a little kid, I was playing the piano, I was doing sports, etc. And when you learn skills where you're not necessarily talented at, you have to be extremely patient and you have to really be disciplined. And this discipline teaches you that you can actually go a step forward after that. And I think that in return teaches you resilience. It could be also a natural trait, but I've been doing stuff since I was very, very young, so it will be difficult to know how much comes from education, how much comes from just natural character. I'm not a big fan of octopus, but it was, I think being trapped in somewhere where I wouldn't want to be and having no way to get out on my own. I always find solutions, I always overcome things, I always pull through. And being somewhere where it's not my decision, when it's not up to me, and I kind of got out, that would be probably something that would scare me a bit. But I think I would fight till the end to find a solution and get out. Otherwise, nothing really scares me. My joints are not really that strong. It was good. I was crying. First time I cried after a race. Reason is because 2 years ago my dad was there for my first Ironman, and it was my return there, and it was emotional to think, well, look, I've finished after the year I've had after losing him, and he's not there anymore. So yeah, first time ever in my life that I walked in a race and cried. But the fact that I can still finish it was, it was, comforting to know that even after this, I'm still there. I still pull through, and my body is also still there. I mean, we're still a team, we're still working there, and finishing the job, getting things done, No, the race was not really as I imagined it. As in, last time I was there was extremely sunny, it was really warm, lots of people, and obviously this year there was COVID-19. It was actually cold, also it was 16.2 degrees. It started raining when they said there was no rain, so it was a bit cold on the bike. And we were very little competitors actually compared to normal, like less than twice as much. And I still liked it. I still, remembered the course, and still liked it. But obviously, it was a bit different than your usual race, sadly. Yeah, definitely. I still got one plan for next year. It has been moved from last year to this year. Then I moved it to next year. So I've got the half Ironman planned. Full one probably in 2 years. Just need to take the time to do it well, and this year we'll see if there'll be any other triathlons. There's a swim competition and a run planned. The rest we'll see. Open for suggestions.